Okay, ready when you are.
All right. Hey, boys and girls, welcome to another fine edition of the Film Cave.
Film lovers everywhere.
That's Steve.
Steve.
I'm Casey.
Casey.
Here we go.
Here we go. So this weekend we had the pleasure of going to see Furious 7.
It was furious!
And there was 7 people, I think. Right?
7 people in
7
the cast?
people.
7 new people that they added to the cast.
Right.
More like it.
Well, so we went and saw it a couple times this weekend to get some different points of view in the theater. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I'll tell you what I think, and then we'll hear from you what you think about it. So,
Okay.
it was hard to watch and yet exciting. So when the first Universal sequence comes up, for the production company in the beginning, like I was totally amped up, didn't know what to expect, didn't know what they were going to do, what they were going to open with, and it met my expectations for the movie.
Nice.
And with Paul Walker's departure, like with them, I've never seen a movie go out of its way to have a tribute to an actor the way that this movie did for Paul Walker. They didn't, people were afraid that they would actually kill him off, which would be horrible, first of all.
Yeah.
So that was bad. That would be.
I knew they wouldn't.
Right. That would. I mean, I don't even know why people would even think that they would try and actually kill his character off.
Right.
That would be weird.
Makes no sense.
No. And then, to have a tribute toward the end. I mean, I was like, it was hard to watch.
It was really emotional,
Mm-hmm.
but awesome. Like just an amazing tribute to Paul, and just a cool ending. A great send off for him and Vin Diesel and everybody. So yeah, it was very very touching.
Yep.
And it definitely lifted the whole movie up really.
Mm-hmm.
So
overall, I think that it was a good movie, and everybody should go see it because a ton of people did. It made it made almost 150 million opening weekend, which was amazing.
Highest grossing April opening ever.
Yeah, which is pretty good. So,
that's amazing.
It always tries to push itself higher and harder than the last movie, which it totally did, and it totally worked.
Bigger and better stunts.
Yes, bigger, better, amazing, and. I mean, obviously there were parts where you're kind of like, okay, they need to tone it back a little bit.
Right.
But
and even I was gonna, mention that, like, but you don't go see these movies for logic,
right?
And,
I mean, no matter
an explanation of why they're doing this.
You're not gonna go,
getting crazier and crazier and crazier in the stunts. I mean,
right? You're not gonna go online and check
in this movie you've never seen before. I mean,
they're amazing.
Sometimes the story doesn't even make any sense, but it doesn't matter because it's about the stunts and it's about the cars and it's about the hot people in it, and I mean, the whole thing with them going after, the hacker who has that, the God's eye to be able to find Jason Statham, who is not hard to find at all because he keeps popping up exactly where they are.
Well, that's what he was saying. Like, he's like, I could just go and wait for him to come to me, but that wasn't working so well. I guess that was alone was enough. Convincing.
No, but like I said, don't look too much into the logic.
You can't.
And the movie, it's critic proof because
that's what I was going to say.
To Paul, and just having him go out on such a high note for the franchise, and just the huge box office for them. That's awesome. They definitely deserve it, and I mean it was definitely, I think, more awesome the first time, not knowing anything what's going to happen.
It was more anticipation, more excitement the first time.
The build up for the first day was great, and then
Friday
was fun too. But I think in those like D-box seats, that kind of
that
sucks.
was a mistake.
Like the seats that you're watching the movie and your seats are going like this, and it's kind of like a ride at Disneyland.
It was a ride, but
kind of lame.
Way overpriced. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw it again today, and it's these kind of movies where you see it once, and I think you need some time, and then you can see it again to kind of remember the things that you already seen. Other than the last part where that will always choke me up on the last part of it, last part of the movie with a send off. you know, it was a good movie. And I'm
Right.
glad I saw it, and I'll be buying it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
going and seeing it
Add it to
another
the collection.
bunch of times, you know, is not
Yeah.
really something I would do. But if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to see it. It's just it's a must see for sure. And like you said, it's critic proof, and no matter what,
Right.
you're not gonna go check the critics to see what they said
It's completely
about
ridiculous, but
Right.
you know, you gotta go check it out.
Yeah.
It's cool.
it. It was great. It was fun. It was lots of fun to watch
Good deal.
and see where they went.
All right, buddy.
All right, so
What's next?
first on the agenda of news out this week, just posted today on Tuesday that there's going to be a service that they're going to offer online where you buy this, or not online, I'm sorry, you buy this box, and it's called, I think it's called Prima. It's called Prima, and you buy this box that is $35,000.
This is ridiculous.
It's installed into your theater system, your TV, whatever, and then you're able to stream movies before they come out in theaters.
Right.
$35,000.
$35,000.
Just to get this.
You have to get 10 movies up front.
Right.
So that's another $5,000. It's $500 a rental. $500 to watch a movie.
Right.
Now it's the same movies, or even earlier than they would be in theaters.
Earlier.
But
That's the go.
I guess that's the perk.
That's the
You
selling
get
point.
first access to
the first run of these movies before they come out.
$40,000.
So up front.
Right up front.
To have it in your house, $40,000.
What?
So obviously, I mean, there's a waiting list already for it to buy it.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, there's lots of rich people out there who
Rich people and
don't want to
celebrities
leave their
have
house.
lined up for it, and it's already sold out. Its first run, and
Right.
now there's a wait list. But I mean, come on.
For us. I mean, I understand. Like, we can't be dropping $40,000 just to see movies earlier. I would rather go see it in theaters if I wanted to actually see it.
I would too. I would
It's
rather
the
put up with the
experience.
dumbass people
Right.
in the theater who are talking and
It's
on
really
their
not that big of a
phones,
deal.
like, than pay this kind of money.
Right. Okay. So, but what I'm saying is, like, even if it was $20 just to rent it for 24 hours in your home, I would rather go out. It's an experience. It's to go out, you know, in social environment with your friends, with your family, whoever you go see it with. You know, you get your popcorn, you get your, you know, whatever, and you sit down on the cool seats, and then you sit, and you got the big screen, and you got the loud speakers and all that kind of stuff. For people who wouldn't be able to afford $40,000, people who can afford $40,000 can buy their own theater and afford all that kind of stuff. We can't.
Right.
We don't have our own theater.
No.
So I would rather go see it in a theater, you know, with a bunch of people or whatever, with my friends and family, and go do that.
I mean, it's just unfathomable to me. I mean, even if I did have that kind of money, I mean, it does seem like a fun toy, a cool thing to have. But
Say that you have
even then, like, I mean,
it's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Right. So we both agree it's not worth it.
No.
But it's out there if you can afford it for $40,000 up front. Right.
Did you see that you can soon purchase the digital copies of Star Wars? Coming out this Friday.
Wait, what?
The digital versions of Star Wars, episodes 1 through 6.
You can download them?
Yeah, you can download them on iTunes. You can watch them on your iPad or iPhone or any other.
I feel like
digital
those
media
kind
player.
of... okay, so the Star Wars saga coming out on digital. I feel like those kind of classic movies I would rather have actually on DVD or on Blu-ray, like in hand. You know, with other movies, I would rather have epic movies on DVD where, you know, that I would have like in hand. I feel like things are turning around, everything's going to be digital, you're never going to have like tangible things anymore, and everything's just going to be in the cloud. And but those kind of movies, I feel like it's worth more to me to actually have to watch on Blu-ray and that kind of stuff. I mean, like the special features.
I think with Star Wars, people are going to have both, or everything that's come out to this point.
Unless it's new material, or unless it's new, they already have that. Why would they want that? And you can download that kind of stuff on your computer.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
what the hell's
Because it's Star Wars freaks.
No, it's not even that. I think it's new generation wants to see it.
That's true.
It's easy for them to download.
The
They'll
new
download
young
it and buy it.
generation.
Right.
Mhm.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because for me, I grew up on that kind of stuff, and so I'd rather have it Blu-ray, the whole damn set on Blu-ray.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel. I already have it on Blu-ray, like 1 through 6. So, yeah, that's fine for me. And I mean, they still added like all these dumb special effects and
totally unnecessary.
Yeah,
totally ruined
exactly.
it. When they re-released it in theaters, they ruined it.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Right.
But
yeah. I mean, it's an option. It's out there.
If you wanted to download it, Friday, download it, love it, over and over again. Done. That's the end of that. And then what else? Maybe anything else?
Kevin Smith is gonna actually jump ahead with Mallrats 2 instead of Clerks 3 because they found a mall that they could use that apparently isn't gonna be there come next year when they wanted to originally shoot it. So he's gonna bump Clerks 3 to next year and shoot Mallrats 2 first.
How do you feel about that?
So, I'm excited. I mean, I wasn't like, what? Clerks 3 isn't going to be out first? Like, I mean, I can go back and watch Clerks and Clerks 2 all that I want to and still, and be fine. I mean, I think because there's already been a Clerks 2 and it's been so long since a new Mallrats movie, like, I think that's great, and like scheduling wise and time wise, like it makes more sense. So.
Right. I don't think it matters if you came up with Clerks or Mallrats. No, they're kind of the same characters, same kind of Right. It's Kevin Smith movie. You know what you're gonna get. So either way, I think I'm excited to see a new Kevin Smith movie with those kind of characters.
For sure.
Should be fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Be funny. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess what is next? What's in theaters? What's in theaters, Casey?
Nothing. I know
Casey's
in
love
limited release that it won't be in it won't be in Salt Lake unfortunately yet, but there's a cool sci-fi movie called Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
That I believe Alex Garland wrote and directed it. He was a screenwriter on Sunshine, which was another great sci-fi action movie.
That was an awesome movie. Go see Sunshine right now.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen
definitely check out Sunshine
right now.
I might watch it tonight.
It's a good one.
Ex Machina. It's got 3 people in the cast, 2 of which are going to be in the new Star Wars movie. Nice. Donald Gleason and I just forgot his name. And then Alicia Vikander is an up-and-coming actress. And she plays a robot in the movie, so that's high on my list. And I wish it was coming out on Friday, but it's not. Oscar Isaac is the other actor in it. Oscar Isaac. So, yeah, I've heard it's supposed to be just a great, cool, like
sci-fi.
Trippy sci-fi movie that makes you think, and so I'm looking forward to that.
I like thinking.
But then I guess in actual theaters is The Longest Ride. With
Casey's love, Nicholas Sparks.
Oh, Nicholas Sparks, my favorite author.
He does the best.
Yeah, The Notebook.
Awful movies.
So good. Actually, I do like The Notebook. That was the one that was actually really good. But yeah, I know. I'll give you my man card. Mm-hmm. Sorry. But yeah, the longest ride with Scott Eastwood, Mr. Clint Eastwood's son, and Britt Robertson.
Hottie McHotterson.
Hottie McHotterson. That actually works.
See?
Robertson.
So I don't know. These kinds of movies are kind of there's nothing else coming out. Like I don't know if they plan these kind of movies to come out when nothing else is coming out. To see if
it's just so that Furious 7 can
dominate.
Dominate till Avengers comes out and gross $1 billion worldwide.
I don't know. Like even the story doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like
I haven't even watched one preview for this. I don't care.
I've seen the preview, and it's about Eastwood's character. He's a bull rider. And him and Britt fall in love, and she doesn't like that he rides bulls, and so that's the conflict. Is that she doesn't want him to do it because he can get hurt. What is that? What does that mean? How is that a movie? Why are these movies getting made? Is my next question.
Nicholas Sparks.
Because of teenage girls.
Because it has a built-in audience.
It does. You're right. Lots of movies have built-in audiences, like Furious 7.
Right.
I think lots of people would say the same thing about Furious 7 that they would say about the longest ride. So that's all we're gonna say about that.
Yeah. Anything else? Is there anything else in theaters? Just that?
No, there is another one, and I forgot the name of it, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. Danny Collins. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Just to clarify, George Tillman Jr. is the director of The Longest Ride. He also directed Notorious, the Notorious B.I.G. Movie, and then also he directed Men of Honor, which is
Ring of Honor was good.
with
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, that one was
Robert De Niro in a
De
made-up
Niro.
role. Based on a true story that didn't really happen.
So I mean, the director has a little bit of background, but he's probably, I don't know. Anyway, we'll pass on that. And then Danny Collins is coming out, starring Al Pacino and Annette Bening, and it was from writer-director. I was saying Doug. Dan Fogelman. It's the first time.
Dan Fogelman.
He actually wrote Tangled.
Cool.
Disney's Tangled.
Tangled was funny.
He wrote that, and then he's a writer-director on this. First-time director for this movie. I feel like this is a movie that was supposed to come out a while ago and then got shelved, and now it's re-releasing. Yeah. Oh. It looks kind of funny. I don't know. It looks good. It's a Pacino movie.
Yeah, if you like
comedy.
Pacino, go check it out.
Yeah.
I've heard he's great in it. Has I guess wonderful music from John Lennon.
Yeah.
And he plays like a musician, I think.
He's like a washed-up musician.
Washed-up musician who's just
having trouble with his family.
Hasn't really played anything like relevant or even good, probably for like 20 years, and
he finds
he starts to reconnect with his family. And,
exactly, it's a family.
And then like more like better music starts like
and his love life
coming from the soul.
Yep.
So
it looks okay.
Yeah, looks good.
Don't know that I'll see it, but
I'm surprised that that's coming out in theaters here, but Ex Machina isn't yet.
I think I think this movie has been out in other theaters and now they're releasing it here. That's kind of what it feels like.
All right.
That's it.
Man.
Yeah. So
Slim Pickens.
That's great. And then DVD, Most Violent Year comes out on DVD.
Oh, Most Violent Year. I wanted to see that really badly. It's again with Oscar Isaac.
Right.
And beautiful Jessica Chastain. Beautiful and talented Jessica Chastain.
And
that looked really good.
It did look good. It's actually out on Redbox right now too, so you can go rent it at Redbox. So on DVD, The Most Violent Year, directed by J.C. Chandler.
Chandler. Chandler's on Friends.
To me again. That's right. There's no L. Anyway, so he directed All Is Lost is also with Redford. So this is his second third directoring. Why am I talking to you? Why don't you just talk about it, you jerk? Anyway, that's out on DVD. So that's it.
Cool.
All right, cool.
That's it.
So see you guys next week.
In the next couple weeks, we're gonna start talking about our top 10 favorite movies of all time. We'll probably do one at a time each week.
I think so.
And send us your favorite movies.
Your favorite movies. Top 5 favorite movies.
Whatnot, and we can compare.
Compare, or if I haven't seen that movie, maybe I should watch it. Maybe it'll be in my top 10.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Awesome.
That's right. So yeah, check us out on Facebook.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
What you like and what you don't like, and then post how your weekend was.
Just keep watching.
What movies you watched. And all that good stuff.
Don't turn it off yet.
Don't turn it off yet. We're still here. We're still here.
Stay classy.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Stay classy.
Used it.
Sweet.
So yeah, you could go see. I would kind of want to go see Get Hard still. I want to go see that. That's still in theaters. Or we could go see Interstellar, the other movie theater.
Interstellar.
Water Garden.
We can just buy that.
I don't want to
watch it.
It's different.
Watch it at home.
Do you have your own theater?
I do.
Oh.
I bought the Prima.
Now we're lying. Now we're just lying to the audience.
Well, I didn't buy it yet. I'm lying. I'm on the wait list. And then you gotta get those 10 movies up front. I hope I can get Mad Max.
Whatever.
That'd be my first one I watch.
Yeah, that's a movie you want to watch in your at home.
Yeah, on my 46-inch TV.